Welcome back to the Ferris Sports Update. Joined now by head coach of Ferris State Women's Soccer, Greg Henson, in the Sweet 16. And I only got one question for you to start, and it's a one-word question: how?
Yeah, it's been quite a run. It's been an enjoyable journey and a process, and I think it's the players really brought in and to the belief that we could be here. And I told the group at the end of the game on Saturday, outside of our circle as we were huddled up, nobody gave us a chance to be where we are right now except for us. And it's their commitment and holding each other accountable and trust and believing in the process that got us there. And I think we're finally showing on the field and in these results at the most important time of year, who we had the capability of being all season. And we just grown and gotten better and better as the year's gone on. Obviously starting off with a rough start to the season, and I don't think anybody gave us a chance when we were 1-3-2 at the beginning of the year. But we knew that the standard was there and the opportunity to get here was alive for us. And it's just been, like I said, just a process of just trusting in the process, being committed to what we're doing, and finally scoring some goals. So.
Before we go to the highlights here, I asked the last two coaches this question. You were in a similar situation to volleyball. Volleyball got off to an 0-6 start. They're in the NCAA Tournament. But, how much fun is it just to be around everybody right now? I know that the travel stuff is tough, and you got all these meetings left and right. You're just trying to find a way to get your team from here to Bemidji, Minnesota in a couple of days. But, in general, just all the winning and the culture of Ferris State Athletics, what's it like to be around that building right now?
Well, I mean, the pressure that we have right now and the travel and I think I've been on the phone or in a meeting or talking to someone face-to-face pretty much all day today already, and I don't have any answers for you on how we're traveling or what's going on. It's more questions than answers. But, we're here. It's great problems to have. There's great challenges to have. There's 16 teams left in the Division II Women's Soccer Tournament. And we're one of them, and so that's what we keep reminding the players. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of people that would take on the burdens that we think we're facing right now. And the weather's going to be interesting in Bemidji, Minnesota. And I said this to the team on Saturday. Thursday we kick off at 70+ degrees outside. On November 10th, and Saturday was cold and I had to shovel the field. And I'm like, now it feels like the playoffs, right? This is what playoff weather should feel like. And I thought, when I woke up, the snow outside, and I'm like, all right, this is good for us. We're going to be ready to play, and we welcome the opportunity to play in any environment. I told the AD at Cedarville before the match, we'll play anywhere, anytime, against anybody. We're not worried about all the other extra stuff that comes with it, and so just really excited about the opportunity that we have, the ride that we've been on. What the players have done on the field, and can't be more excited and more proud of them right now.
Let's take a look at the highlights here, and we'll start off with Ashland, a team you've already faced this year, a team that over the years that has given you a lot of tough battles, and the way they played defensively, it was kind of a wonder you guys got a goal because it seemed like they committed a lot of kids back behind the ball.
Going through the scout on Ashland, and they're a really good team, very well coached, very organized, and going through the scout on them, and we played them the second game of the season, right to September 2nd. It seems like an eternity ago. The word safe came out. The way they play was very safe. They were going to do things. They were going to get forward at times, but they weren't going to give up a lot of opportunities. They weren't going to take a lot of risks, and so we knew we had to take our chances and take them well. It was even remembering back to this game. It was only last Thursday, but so much was happening in the meantime that I'm trying to go through the pieces here and remember everything. But it was a good match. I thought we played well. Sluggish in the first half a little bit. Came out down 1-0 at half, came out in the second half and really kind of played on the front foot through the second half and the two overtime periods, and had opportunities to, obviously got the equalizer, but had opportunities to get the winner. Great goal from Nikki May there. And it's one of those games where it's going to take a highlight reel type goal to finish. And then I had to go to the shootout. So.
Yeah, 9 rounds of penalty kicks, and as we get ready to see sort of the end of that, Rob Bentley was telling me this. He was down there. He said you picked your shooters and you went and sat down because at that point there's not a lot else you can do. You just let your shooters go and do their thing until you get through the 10th round.
Yeah, I mean it's give them the list, and I've always done that in those shootouts. At that point, I try to go over, shook Caleb, their coach's hand before the game, and say it was a great game. To me, the game's over, right? You know what I mean? We're in a shootout now. It goes 9 rounds. And we win 7-6. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy environment. Bella Sabo stepping up. She had joked at the end of the game that, she'd never been so nervous in her life. And I said, the only person more nervous than you was Sarah Karloff because she was number 10. we had players that stepped up in the game. Lindsay Cole wasn't available to play in that match, but she was able to play, take a PK. So she didn't play a minute in the game and stepped in and took the PK to in a situation. We had 2 or 3 other players that had make it or were out. Make it or go home penalties that they knocked them home. We had freshmen in that lineup, and they all stepped up. Daria had a huge save. They put 2 off the bar, or 1 off the bar, 1 over, and can't say enough about it. So, but as a coach, you just sit back and enjoy the action. So.
Cedarville, a tough opponent and the host, and the weather again goes from 70 to whatever this was in snow, and you guys break out the yellow jerseys, and it seemed like some goals came with it too.
Yeah, we knew this game was going to be a little different. Cedar was a good team, deserving 2 seed in the league, and they've had a great year, and they wanted to play, right? And so they came at us, and and it really kind of plays into our hands a little bit in that. That we were able to counter them, we were able to get in behind, and they came out on fire. Cedarville did. First 10, 15 minutes really put us to task. Then we settled in and started to kind of change that momentum a little bit. And then you just saw Izzy Dambrini with her first goal of the game, a great finish. And we had a number of chances in the first half to add to that lead and just weren't able to kind of find the back of the net. But it was all around a good soccer match, 2 good teams going at it. 10 minutes to go. I think we'll see it here in a second. Jessie Bannock gets her first goal of the year. She seems to be a big time goal kid, right? Gets the goals in big moments to give us a 2-0 lead. And unfortunately, I think our players took a collective deep breath and thought the game was wrapped up. And Cedarville scored a minute later, or less than a minute later, to tie it. But the response was good from our players. They came at us with everything they had to try to tie the game back up. And we were able to hold them off and then got the insurance goal late from Zamborini in a 1v1 duel with the goalkeeper. So really excited, really happy with them for getting through this match and finding a way to beat a good team on the field.
It's a great battle, and one more quick one from me here as we get prepared to wrap up. But Grand Valley, again, you got to make a long trip just to play a team that's an hour away. How excited are you to play in the Sweet 16 against a rival?
We're extremely excited. I mean, it's going to be an easy scout, right? I mean, this is the 4th time we played them this year. It'll be the 7th time we played them in the last 2 years. And it's a team that we know we can be competitive with and competitive against. So we're excited to play them. We got to travel a long way to play a team that's right down the road. But excited to get them on a neutral site. Probably won't be the best weather at this time of year in Bemidji, Minnesota. And we're excited to go out and play. Like I said earlier, we'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime, and we're excited to get on the field again.
Coach, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
That'll wrap it up for the Ferris Sports Update. Until next week, this has been your host, Harrison Watt. Stay tuned to FerrisStateBulldogs.com for more information on all things Ferris State Athletics.